everybody, my name is Hua. For today's video, what are we going to be looking about is about educational investments and about the topic of careers and education. So let's look at our topic for today. So educational investment is about how much time, money, and effort you and your family put into getting a higher education. Well, I believe a lot of people would choose to invest in educations for a lot of reasons, but especially is to um, help for like first is personal growth, next is getting a better job, moving up in the world, or helping the community. Sometimes people just basically goes to uh, work so that goes to school so that they could get a better job, they could have more opportunities in the future, etc. Everyone has a different goal, so what's important to one person might not be the same for someone else. So everybody think that investing in education can be a great thing because it can lead to more money, better skills, and more opportunities and knowledges. But it can also come with some downsides like expensive tuition, students loans, and missing out on doing other things. Well, you have to weigh the good and the bad and see if like which one outweighs the other to figure out if investing in education is the right choice for you. So first is about human capital. Human capital is basically about your skills, your knowledge, and how productive you can be. Well, education and training can help you build up your human capital so you're more valuable in the job market. Well, the more education you have, the more skill you can offer to employees, which can lead to better opportunities and higher pay. Next, also one thing that we need to invest, I believe, is about earnings and education. Well, in general, people in the U.S. earn more money if they have higher levels of education. So people who have a doctorate degree will have like um, higher higher amount of money than the people who just have a high school diploma, and will probably have more than the people who have less than high school diploma. So just like that, higher education and training usually help people gain more knowledge, more skills, more abilities, and making them better prepared for good paying jobs. And also when employers look at like an employee's look at like their profile, they probably look at what is their level of education. Well, when people have more education, they often become more competitive when looking for work. However, having a more education doesn't always guarantee a person will make money. Other factors will be such as like the type of job you have, your experience, and discrimination also can affect how much money you make. Although maybe you're like having a doctoral degree, so it would be really different. So different educational levels could change. Well, these changes can have different effects on workers depending on their education and training. For some, it means a higher risk of employment, underemployment, and wage stagnation or wage inequality. So jobs that need higher education and training could actually lead you to like first and commonly would lead to you a higher paycheck, but also sometimes there's job that's really hard and need a lot of training but still just got an average paycheck. So there are some jobs that are growing fast and need people with higher educations and training, like healthcare, information technology, engineering, etc. And there's also a high need for jobs that require skills and not a degree necessary for like mechanics, carpenters, electricians, wind turbine technicians, welders, and more. So both of these are really crucial. Both at both education and life skills could help you to get a nice job with a good payment and still helping the community. So you need to weigh if whether or not is an educational investment is actually uh, needful for you and is um, like will be crucial to your life. So one other thing is to estimate your educational cost. While planning for college, planning for university, it's important to understand the different types of costs that can come up. college expenses can be divided into direct and indirect costs, as well as fixed and variable costs. So what are they? First, let's look at direct costs. Direct costs are what you pay for the school for your education. Well, these could be tuition, fees, books, supplies, or etc. For example, if you go to a 4-year college, your tuition might be $10,000 a year. You might also have to pay fees for things like the student center fee, the school library fee, and also you could need to pay a lot for books and supplies too. So what about indirect costs? Indirect costs are expenses you have while going to school, but you don't pay these to go to school. Well, they include transportation, housing, food, personal expenses, etc. So they are the indirect costs. They are not like the same with your, and they're not necessary for your education. For example, you might need to buy a pass to get to class or pay for gas if you drive. So you also need a place to live, a food to eat. So these costs can vary depending on where you go to school and your personal choices. So these are really different. What about fixed cost and variable costs? Fixed costs are expenses that you have to pay and they don't change, such as like the application fees, enrollment deposits, and technology fee. But they costs are usually the same for everyone, and it's actually like it won't change a lot at all. It is called a fixed cost. But variable cost is a cost that will change due to the learner's preferences. Like maybe the variable costs could be things such as like course materials, travels, entertainment, or like helping fees for the club. Those are the variable costs, and they could change, and you won't know at all. So that's the important thing. So we must look and like separate these in different parts. Indirect and direct costs are really different. Direct costs are the amount of money that you must pay for only your education. But indirect cost is the money that you need to pay for going without relating to the school's work, such as like your home bills, your food bills, etc. Just like that. On fixed cost is about a cost that won't change at all, and it won't matter from differences from each person. But a variable cost is something that would change in different kinds of persons. Like maybe somebody in this degree could have more costs than this one in another degree. So it's actually pretty different and really, really important for us to note down that these are really crucial to take care of and to plan for your educational investments. So there could also be a lot of things that could help you with your loans, such as financial aids, grants, scholarships, loans, work study, just as like you work a part-time job while going to school on help for paid things. So there's a lot of way to help with your education and a lot of approaches to invest to yourself and to your education. So I hope all of us really does um, value education and make sure that we got a nice degree so that we could offer for ourselves to have our standard living pace in the future. So that is all for today's video. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.